Come on over, it's time for Tim Friend.
Hey, welcome back to the Wind Waker. I checked the audio, it sounds okay. We're just going to assume that it's okay. Play the song for me, Makar. Play that beautiful song for me. Do it. Just like that. Yep. Just kind of rub the bow willy-nilly all across the non-strings of your instrument until a rock explodes. Yeah, it's high fantasy, I guess, from last time. And that was a burp where I leaned away from the microphone. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you don't have to hear my vile machinations, the vile machinations of my own body? We just gonna, okay. Just jump down a hole. Just dump down a mystery hole. Pretty cool. Why isn't there just a door? Why do we have to fall into this this dungeon? It's a strange choice, but all right. We could just pick up Makar like a little bag on our head. Oh, he's a little bigger than our head, and that's very cute. Oh god. Okay, so wind temple, right? Get ready for fucking wind puzzles. Let's throw him over there. What's down here? Little whiz robes. Bitch. Get out of here. That's right, I haven't forgotten how to do the jump, quick span, jim jam. Hup. Alright, well that hurt. Oh god. Wow, what a miserable display that was. What a fumbling, bumbling. Oh my god, you know what I should do? I should get some freaking potions or some shit. I totally forgot to do that. Well. Oh my god. Is this where it ends? Is this where my life ends? Son of a gun. What? Could you be more irritating, please? You're not irritating enough right now, Stalfos. Try me. That was half of my health or some junk. Use this to pop open your treasure zit. Give me all your useless artifacts. Alright. I need iron boots. And hup. Isn't that cute? It's just a way to use the iron boots, even though we could absolutely use the same plant things that we used in the Forbidden Forest. Could just use that shit again to make you spring up, but no. We gave you the iron boots for a reason. Now you have to solve these puzzles using the iron boots instead of cool plants. It's kind of a dumb choice, honestly. I think the iron boots are probably the dumbest item in this game that I can think of. Maybe the skull hammer. Like the skull hammer is it's not jamazing. It's like it's used for what? Like plungers. It's used for the Helmarant King, I guess. That's I feel like bosses don't count. The iron boots I don't think are even used for a boss. Well, we got the iron boots from one, and we got the Jim Joes. What are they called? Power bracelets? We got the power bracelets from the other, from the, like the fucking Fire or Ice Island, whatever. What's up, girl? I want to buy some potions. Hey, man, you open? I want. Yeah. I want this one. Give it. La-di-do. Alright, later, dough. Now I want to go see my grandmama. She can make me some delicious soup. Just like a real grandma presumably could. I don't know. I haven't had a grandma for a long time. And hup. And hup. Nope. Hup. 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 Whoop. What was I talking about? It's all gone. What's the stupidest item? Okay, the skull hammer. Skull hammer doesn't really have interesting puzzles associated with it. At least the iron boots you have to sort of think about it. Like those springs, you have to think about like what would make me heavier to press the spring. Well, it's the iron boots. But it's redundant because we've already had the plants from the Forbidden Forest that do like the exact same thing, just with less setup, and they give you magic, so it's just easier. It feels better. Whereas the skull hammer is just like, all right, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So here's some big fucking plugs that you have to smash in with the hammer, and that's the use for the iron boot or the skull hammer. But you can use the skull hammer as a cool weapon. It feels good to use. You can chop down trees with a hammer, which, I mean, can you do that in many other Zelda games? I don't think so. Grandma, you awake? You alive? Give me some of that fresh hot soups. I would. Yes, please. Chug-a-lug. Love that shit. 2 helpings. I do love that soup. Anyway, later. Thanks a lot for the soup. Now I'm gonna get fucking copyright struck if I can keep up these incredible sing-songs. So yeah, the skull hammer has the least interesting puzzles. The iron boots has some interesting applications that don't feel redundant, like using it to get through very strong winds. But at the same time, that only happens like 5 or 6 times in this fucking game, and that's not exciting since they're in fact like a hindrance in combat. There is no time where you need to use the iron boots in combat, or you would want to use the iron boots in combat. It's one of the things I like about Twilight Princess is that when you use the iron boots to walk on the magnet walls, sometimes you have to walk on magnet walls, and it makes combat different because you are now slowed down. Because you are in an area where you are forced to use the iron boots. Whereas in Wind Waker, I don't think you're ever forced to use the iron boots in a combat situation, which just makes them undesirable to use, and a handicap that you never need except for some puzzles, and it just makes the puzzles slower and boring in some cases. So yeah, I think iron boots are well, all right. The iron boots are the lowest on the like dungeon gear you get for me in this game. Second lowest being skull hammer. Probably after that, like the delivery bag. Like why do we have a mail bag in addition to a? Why do we have bags? Just, I mean, all right. Skyward Sword admittedly did it worse with its fucking catastrophe of a menu system, but like acting like, whoa, shit, you got this item when it's a bag to carry mail. That's not awesome. All right, so we gotta throw our favorite boy down here. Is the Wizrobe back? Oh, just do a jump strike and that kills the Wizrobe. Didn't have to get fancy with it at all. You may be wondering what these little, shit, what's the thing? What's the command melody? All right. Thank you, Wii U Gamepad, for showing me a list of all the songs I know. It's very polite. We gotta have our little buddy plant some seeds. He just poops them right out. And he makes a little tree. And for some reason, when trees are planted, sometimes that's the switch to make a chest appear. You know, your classic dungeon chest where you need actual trees to grow. Excuse me. Excuse me. No big deal, Mr. Stlafos. Just gonna sit on this switch. Makar can also fly, if that wasn't clear. Let me grab this Chestamundo. Ooh, I'll take that. How should we... Let's just do this. Get rid of the wood on the pot and bail on our friend the Skeleman, because he really screwed us up last time. We have no desire to do that again, do we? And boop. Yep. Aren't you glad that there's now a button press and a wait for the launch up thing that was in the second friggin' dungeon? Second major dungeon, I should say. Hope I got enough magic, thank goodness. Top me off. And by top me off, I mean not that. Pretty good, Tim. Just using words willy-nilly. What I do like about this dungeon is that the puzzles... I feel like the dungeons in this puzzle are interesting, at least. And that's more than I can say about a lot of the dungeons in this game. But maybe I'll prove myself wrong. Let's check it out next time on Tim Friend, alright? Alright, see everybody. Bye-byes. Tim Friend.